Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Friends You Can Keep podcast. I've changed it from my usual Coke to Sunkist today.
Going caffeine free? Is that caffeine free? I always just assume all those other sodas are.
It doesn't say.
I think it usually does. Usually like right here or right up top.
Well, that just contains no juice.
Well, sure. We didn't think it did.
It doesn't say anything about caffeine. Orange soda, flavored with other natural flavors.
Yeah, then I guess it does.
But not even like in the...
No, it wouldn't, because I don't think Coke does.
Caffeine.
Oh, well, there you go.
Carbonated water, high fructose corn syrup, citric acid, sodium benzoate, natural flavors, modified food starch, ester gum, caffeine. Yellow 6, red 40.
Oh.
Copyright 2018, Sunkist Growers Incorporated, and Dr. Pepper / 7-Up Incorporated.
Oh. That's interesting. Then why are they on sale when the Canada Dry is on sale? I guess it's just unrelated.
Yeah.
Like when Canada Dry is buy two get one free, buy one get one free at Wawa or whatever it is. Buy two for $4.
Well, does Dr. Pepper, do they own Canada Dry?
Oh, I don't know, maybe. I literally never thought about it.
A lot of notes.
I prefer short peepees.
That's really all this is, this episode. The first two things I have are funny observations that I had. The rest of it's just stuff I saw on social media. But the first one is I was on the way back from a job, and I forget where. I stopped at the Redner's in front of Fraunheiser's.
The quick shop?
Yeah, to go to the bathroom and get a soda. As I'm checking out...
Should've got a hoagie. Best hoagies.
As I'm checking out, there's a guy at this register, and I'm at this register. This guy is, like, in the middle of it when I go up. So he's now finished. As he's walking out the door, the kid that was helping him is like, "Oh, by the way, I like your hat." Very genuine. He wasn't being, like, facetious at all. Very genuine. And the old man says, and I'm not looking at him, I haven't seen the hat, don't know what it is. The old man says to him, as he's walking out the door, "Yeah, me too. The red one really makes me a target." And I'm like, immediately...
Is it a MAGA hat?
Immediately I knew what the hat was, but then as I was finishing up in enough time that he held the door for me, and I didn't see the front of it, but as he, like, was holding it and turned, I saw enough of the side that I think it had the 45 or whatever it has on the side. Was he the 45th president?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's got the 45 and his fucking signature or whatever somewhere. But I just thought, like, funny to me how you're clearly not, like, an out and proud Trump supporter. Because you have to wear the camo hat.
But, like, why do you feel targeted?
So people don't give you guff for it. Like,
isn't that what, like, you think that's snowflakey?
Well, also, like I said, be proud of being a Trump supporter.
Yeah, it is weird.
Be a proud boy of being a Trump supporter.
It's just odd.
If Trump supporters like that man can learn anything from the gays, it's be out and be proud of who you are.
Or don't.
Even if you're an asshole.
No. Keep it all in the closet. All of it. Lock it all up and don't tell a soul.
What?
Hide it.
That you vote for Donald Trump?
Yeah, hide it. Because that means you're also hiding all your problematic views. You're not, like, out and proud about how you don't like people.
I think we need to go back to the time where everyone hid everything.
Well, your politics. Like,
they talked about it a little bit on Conan when I was listening. I'm so far behind on Conan, but It was him and Mila Kunis, and they're talking about the whole thing in Ukraine, and so I think this is from 2022, I think.
But I guess that's still happening.
When these episodes are from? Well, she's from Ukraine.
Oh, she is?
I'm pretty... Yeah, she was born...
I knew she was...
She was born in Ukraine.
Eastern European, is that what that's considered?
I think so. Because you're on the eastern side of the European... Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
You're on the eastern side of the European.
What did you do?
I did this, and that's not... You're on the eastern side.
Just flat hands when you...
Well, I did kind of... I think...
No.
Wasn't it flat?
No, like...
It's this.
Like this.
It's this.
Not...
It's this.
We also do more like
Was
this.
it Robin Williams who did that? I think it might have been Robin Williams. Someone, I think it was him, did in one of his specials a bit about, like, the rumor that Hitler was gay. And it's like, of course he was. It's like, what was this salute? Like, it's so funny.
What was Ava Braun then? A beard?
A beard.
That makes sense. That I feel like that
Don't
tracks.
act like you know her name just from knowledge.
I just know it from...
Me.
Yeah, but there was a reason why...
Because I knew that name, and you looked at me like, why do you know Hitler's wife's name?
I feel like it's irrelevant, but maybe it's not.
And I said, because I am
Did she do anything?
a student of history. Oh.
So probably not. She was just in the bunker with him.
She was in the bunker when they killed themselves together.
I mean, she had to, right?
Had to what?
Maybe she killed him and then killed herself. Was it murder-suicide?
No, I'm pretty sure they took cyanide pills.
He killed her and then killed himself.
How? If they took cyanide pills, what are you doing? Shoving it in her mouth?
Yeah.
He's not Bill Cosby. He's Adolf Hitler.
I mean, he probably also did a little bit of light drugging.
Of course he did.
Not himself.
No.
He was like Charles Manson. He didn't get his hands dirty.
Well, he did go to art school.
Yeah, but like he's not getting his hands dirty. He had cronies to do that for him. He didn't do anything.
No.
Like, he didn't do any of the heavy lifting.
None of them did. Putin doesn't. He didn't. Stalin didn't.
They just make orders.
The Death of Stalin is a fantastic movie. I'm sure we've talked about it on this show before, but speaking of dictators, you should watch The Death of Stalin. It is absolutely hysterical. There was another... Well, it's weird because I've seen quite a few. I didn't really see the Trump hats at all, which was
I haven't seen
strange
them in a
to
while.
me. That, like... I feel like... So, Trump hats to me were like... People have those conversations of like, what's something that you thought was going to be bigger as a kid that is nothing? And like, quicksand's always there.
The stop, drop, and roll.
Stop, drop... Well, not really. I think it was more from like pop culture stuff. But stop, drop, and roll is also a thing. Which is more like...
I definitely thought
That's
that...
fire safety. That's
I
not
definitely
really a
thought I was
thing.
going to need to know that
Yes,
more.
Yes, I get your point, but the bit is usually more like stuff that was in movies and TV shows a lot growing up. Quicksand is definitely one of them. Like, I feel like quicksand was everywhere in entertainment. That as a child you're watching it and you think like, oh my god, I have to be prepared for quicksand. And then it's nowhere. It is literally nowhere in your everyday life. Another one that came up recently that I didn't think of was boathouses. I feel like a lot of people in entertainment in the 90s and early 2000s had a boathouse. Like, someone had a boathouse.
Or like the...
That I thought, like, oh, that's a thing. Like, a lot of people have boathouses. And
Or
then
like a beach house. A house, but like right on the water where like it's just all glass on the back with like the 2-story
yeah.
great room. And then there's your boathouses. Like in the yard. Because the yard is the water.
What?
Like, you thought everyone had a boathouse? Or that you would encounter boathouses a lot?
What are you thinking of when I say
Like-
boathouse?
A house where you keep your boat.
No. I'm thinking of a house that is a boat.
Oh, houseboat.
That's what I said.
Yeah, but it's a houseboat.
Oh,
It's
whatever.
not a boathouse.
Whatever.
A boathouse is a boat garage.
Whatever. Who cares? You knew what I meant.
I did not.
They did.
They definitely did not.
Get in the comments. They know what I
They
meant.
thought what I thought.
No,
which
they
was,
thought what I
you thought everyone had a house, a boat garage for what? You thought everyone had a beach house.
Boathouse Row? Yeah, I thought houseboats
Houseboats.
were a bigger thing than what they are.
But you live there, or they vacation there?
People live there. No one's vacationing in a houseboat.
Yeah, they do in Canada. They do. On the Thousand Islands, you can rent a houseboat. It's like a little, like RV on water.
What?
Mm-hmm.
That's strange.
It looks so cool because like your balcony is up top and there's a slide.
But I thought that same thing. Like from 2016 on, I thought I would be encountering in the wild more ketchup red,
Well,
Make America Great Again.
Maybe if
hats.
things had gone differently.
What I cannot stand that he did that because now, like, we're in the greater Philadelphia area.
Yeah, you gotta be careful.
For those of you that aren't aware of that, the Phillies, red is a predominant color here. The Phillies, the Sixers.
But I don't think you're getting like a straight up red Phillies hat.
Sometimes you are.
You can, but I don't think that's like the preferred Phillies hat.
No,
it's
it's
the
not.
maroon or the blue.
It's not, but
Baby
people
blue.
have them.
Yeah, and they make them, yes.
And that's the issue, is you see it from the back and you immediately think like, this motherfucker. Then he turns around and you're like, oh, never mind. Like every time I see a red hat now, no matter where I am, I'm like, God, you son of a bitch. Like, how dare you? How dare you wear that in public?
Yeah, but you kind of know it's a MAGA hat because they're really shitty made. They're just like trucker hats.
I just see like a bright red hat.
but they're like the trucker hats in the
There was a
back.
guy, where was I, that he had one on? I was going into a Wawa up in Macungie? I don't know where the fuck I was. And he was one of those older men whose body from the side is that like head, and then the shape of his torso is like this.
Yeah.
Like the whole back is also this way, but his gut is gigantic. It looks like they took like 10 bowling balls and stuffed them in a burlap sack. And then just like legs
Teeny
that
little
do
legs.
this.
Yeah.
Like he was one of those.
Like, how are you
old
walking?
Men, like
How are you walking?
he's one of those old men that you see in movies where it's like, I was a rich guy in the 50s kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like I was a billionaire in the
When
50s.
I was like, are you holding your breath? What are you doing?
It's
Like,
very strange. But he had one on. One of the bright red,
I think that's your only option.
Make America Great Again. And I see him all the time and I always laugh when I see him in Rehoboth. Because every time I see him on these old white dudes, I'm like, do you know where you are?
Well, Macungie, you're probably safe.
Well, Macungie, yes. But, well, you're safe in Rehoboth. But, like, and I get it. You're old, like, I'm sure you go home and you're probably like, I've been coming here since before the gays took this place
I don't think there was
over."
ever a before.
But, like, well, to them there was. Because they were coming there when the gays weren't, like, in your face about it.
I don't know when that like whole
Like,
notion
that's what,
started.
you know that's what they do. They go home and they have him and
Rehoboth is so nice because they're
them
there.
and their wives have all these conversations about like, I remember I used to just be able to go to Candy Kitchen and there wasn't a bunch of hard F's walking around. Damn queers. Like, and you know they use the word queers. You know they definitely use the F word.
There might be some other ones that we don't know. Well, you
Like
know.
what?
Well, or those old timey ones where they used to call people like pansies and stuff. They probably use one of those.
think-
They definitely use one of those.
I don't think they're doing that to describe gay people, though. I don't know. I don't think if you're an older person that's doing that, you're really like homophobic about it. It's either queers, gays, or fags. Those are the three words you're using. You're not. Pansy is like.
I don't remember what it's supposed to be.
That's when their
That's
friends.
when, like-
That's when their friends come over, and it's like,
Yeah.
I'm not going out there to do it. What are you, a pansy? Like that's what that is.
They should be thanking the gays for keeping Rehoboth.
What a word I have not
Clean.
heard in a very long time. But I always just think that, like...
Read the room.
Well, also, like, you're an old man. First of all, you're an older man wearing a fucking bright red, stick out like a sore thumb, Make America Great Again hat, walking into a candy kitchen, presumably to buy caramels.
Fudge.
And then...
But only the gross kind, like just the vanilla.
And then, like, how do you feel when you're walking down the street and you're passing, like, 10 pride flags? And, like, 4 gay bars?
I don't know. Do you just, like, not see it?
Like, I would just love to, like, just for one day, just be in the mind of that person. One day.
Do you notice that
one
everyone's
trip-
just kind of looking at you?
One
Like,
trip to Rehoboth. Yeah.
like, I'm steering clear of you.
Did you see their pizza box thing they did? On the boardwalk?
No?
I saw it. I follow I think it's Visit Rehoboth is the Facebook page I follow. and they shared it from like the official Rehoboth Beach Facebook account. But it was this whole thing about like, you know, we've realized like pizza on the boardwalk is a big staple of beach travel in the summer and hanging out at the beach in the summer and whatever. So, and pizza boxes are very large and take up a lot of space in the trash cans. So what we've done, and it said like where they specifically were, is now it's like trash can, recycling bin, and then it's just an open, it's a square thing.
Oh, you can like...
It's got like a U on the front of it.
And you can just dump your pizza box in there?
Yeah. So if it's this tall, like the U goes all the way to the bottom. And you just put your pizza box on the top and it just goes whoop.
Oh, that's fun.
So instead of taking up space in the trash cans, you just
like
put
a pizza box mailbox.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I was like, oh, that's
smart.
A
good idea.
Yeah.
Because you can't recycle them. Unless they have no pizza grease on them.
Yeah, if they're clean. Which I've heard... I don't know. I've heard conflicting reports on that now. That, like, you can just recycle them. But I'm like, I was always told you can't if they're dirty and, like, greasy.
I think you're just not supposed to. You're supposed to contact, like we would have to call Whitetail and be like, do you accept pizza boxes?
But whatever... Where did we get pizza from? Was it Domino's?
It said it on the box.
Yeah.
It was Domino's, but it says to call your local trash people and ask.
I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Whatever box I'm thinking of said, like, recycle me. It didn't say call. It didn't say anything.
I'm pretty sure, like, so it did say, like, I'm recyclable or whatever, but then it said somewhere else, like, it had rules. Or there was did we have to go somewhere? Was it, like, a website or something? But there was, like, directions, and essentially it was, like, contact your recycling service and ask them if they accept pizza boxes. Because some of them just say no.
Yeah.
Period.
I'm really mad I didn't remember, because this next one is I was driving down the road and saw a billboard. There was a new billboard somewhere in the Bali area. They've gotten rid of the Snapchat one now, which is disappointing. I forget.
Well, the Snapchat one, like, less social media was gone already last time we went. But.
No, more Snapchat was gone. So it just still just said less social media.
Oh, I thought it said more Snapchat.
And now they're both gone.
Oh. That's weird.
I forget what they are now. Oh, one of them is...
is it one of the Jesus ones?
No, one of them is the fucking Morgan and Morgan.
Oh. Is it the John?
It's just him, like, very awkwardly, like...
The old man or the son?
The old man. It's always John Morgan. It's just him, like, awkwardly standing there smiling.
For the people.
It's whatever, Morgan and Morgan. It's a fucking blue billboard, and at the bottom it's like, proud partner of the Philadelphia 76ers. I'm like, weird. But there was a new one.
What's weird is, like, for what?
I think
you diagonal.
I think diagonal from whatever that car wash is up from Krings.
Oh, you're not in Bali anymore.
No, but at that coming through there, I think it's the one diagonal that used to be the John Morgan baseball one.
Okay.
It was 4 injury attorneys I had never heard of, and I'm so mad I don't remember what they were, so I was going to ask you about it on the show. Because it was 3 names, 3 older white gentlemen, big shocker, and I'm like, I have never heard of these men before. Those names did not stand out to me
Spear
at
Greenfield?
all. No. I want to say one of them started with an H, and it was like shorter. It was a shorter name, but I don't remember. That's gonna bug the shit out of me.
Huff or Hoff, I think is one, or
nope.
Hugh, Hough, I think is one.
No.
I wonder where they're located. There's a guy in Boyertown, but he's just a one.
But say there was definitely 3 names and then 3 guys. There was like 2 guys here and then 1 guy in the middle. That kind of staggered picture thing. I'll have to look it up then maybe. But
Solomon Birchler?
No. The billboard I saw that made me laugh a little bit when I thought about this was, we are of the generation of people that signs up for Netflix for a couple months, and then I'm out. I'll come back in a few more months when Stranger Things comes back. We do a lot of, like, I'm going to do this free trial.
Yeah.
And then when that trial's up, I'm going to change my email and do another free trial. And then when that's up, I'm going to do another email address and change that and whatever. And it was a thing for a 55 and older community. 2 months free. And then you start paying rent the third month. So the first 2 months are free. And I just thought, like, I can't wait till the millennial generation is at that age.
They're just hopping around like.
So you're just staying there for 2 months, then you're like, I'm out of here.
I bet you have to sign a 12-month lease.
Oh, I'm sure you do.
Yeah.
But it's just hilarious to me to think, like, we're the generation of, I'm doing this free trial and I'm out. Or I'm subscribing to Netflix for a few months till Stranger Things is over, then I'm out again till it comes back.
Or...
because I'm not paying for it if I'm not watching it.
I think, too, we got, like, really good, like, workarounds to the free trials. Because I feel like we were coming of age through the whole, like, websites and different subscriptions, like, offering you the free trial. And we sort of realized, like, and we were probably the reason why it's harder to get a workaround for a free trial.
Definitely.
Because now you have to give more than just an email. Like for
now
Netflix,
you gotta give like an email. You have to give a credit card
and your name,
your address.
Yeah,
like you have to do a full thing.
So like, if just because that email is different, and even the phone number, because I tried to do one, I think it was what's the delivery service for pets? I forgot what it's called. But
oh fuck.
Like, I signed up for it and I got an order and then I tried to do it for you, but because our address is the same, obviously, it wouldn't let me give you a free trial. Or it wasn't a free trial, it was like a coupon. Like, for new customers only. So I just used your information, but it was the same address, so it wouldn't let me do it. Chewy, yeah.
I didn't even have to type it in.
Yeah. Because the coupon they get where it's like 40% off or something, but it's like your first like new customers only, first purchase or whatever. I was so mad.
It blows my mind. I forget where I heard Preston and Steve maybe where they're talking about subscription things. And that's what people were like, yeah, I have Netflix for like a month or whatever, and then when I'm done watching whatever show I'm watching, I cancel it. And then when that show comes back, I renew it, and then I watch the show again, and I cancel it, and I'm like,
the upside
that's so much work. Like, I get it. I
you
get
probably
why you're doing
save so much money.
I get why you're doing it, but like, that's so much.
Because with Netflix, like, you sign on, you have immediate access.
Because also, you have to be fucking dedicated to that show. Because you know what's going to happen to me? Is I'm going to unsubscribe from Netflix when that show is over. That show's going to come back. I'm not going to remember it's back. I'm going to forget about it until 5 years down the road where I'm like, oh, fuck, I never finished that show.
It depends, though. Because
like when I go to my parents' house and watch a movie and there's trailers for that new, I forget what it's called, but it's like an Orphan Black spinoff.
Oh.
And I'm like, oh, yeah, I never watched the final season of this show.
But, like, certain things, like Stranger Things, you're going to see a lot on social media or whatever. Yeah. So, like, some things are going to be reminded. And, I mean, you could probably save so much money just by being on top of. But it also depends, like, what you watch.
Well, I think, too, my point is also, though, not that you're forgetting about it because, like, it's not there. But more so that you're forgetting about it because, and it's, like, I've heard so many people talk about this, and it's so true. Of like, there's too much. There's too much to watch. There's too many movies.
So you don't have Netflix anymore, so you're watching something on Hulu shows, and you forget about what's on Netflix.
But not even that. Just like James Burrows, who directed many episodes of Cheers, co-creator of Cheers, he directed episodes of Friends, Will and Grace, all kinds of stuff. Fantastic, like, groundbreaking person in the terms of television. He was on Conan's podcast and he talked about like when those shows were on the air, when Cheers was on the air, and you had these networks and that was it. Mm-hmm. And same thing with Friends and like all those shows that even came later. It was, this is what was on.
Right, you had
now it's
network cable or premium cable.
All these TV channels on cable. And you've got Netflix, and you've got Hulu, and Disney Plus, and Paramount Plus, and Max, and Showtime, and...
Well, some of them, though, don't have original programming.
But a lot of them do. Because that's their hook.
Oh, right.
That's what they're trying to get you to pay for.
Paramount?
Because you have... Definitely. Definitely does. Paramount Plus definitely has exclusives.
Because, like, obviously
They all do.
HBO does, but HBO, the channel, has original programming.
What's really weird to me is, so the Penguin TV series from Batman and something else that was advertised as a Max exclusive.
But that's so weird.
HBO is now reworking it
to put it on.
that it'll be on HBO and then it will air on Max the next day or whatever. And I'm like, that's so...
Like,
it's so weird to me that we're fucking going backwards.
Yeah.
Now.
Because it's not working. It got too big and now they have to go back. Because they were for a while. That was...
Oh, we're all merging.
Yep. Because they weren't all...
We're all merging, and if we're not merging, you can bundle us all together for one price. And it's like, this is fucking cable. Mm-hmm. Like... Like, we all got rid of cable and switched to this, and now you're just fucking giving us cable again.
Because there for a while, it was like, okay, just pick, like, you had cable, and then you picked one of the, like, HBO, I mean, not HBO. You picked Netflix or Hulu, or, like, maybe you decided to subscribe to a premium cable, HBO, Cinemax, Showtime, whatever.
Well, for the longest time,
because
it was Netflix.
It was for movies.
For the longest time, it was only Netflix. Hulu didn't come till long.
Or you paid through your cable for the premium movie channel.
You had premium cable.
Well, like the HBO or like
that's a premium cable.
You subscribe to one of those.
Yeah, that was premium.
And then they like Hulu came out and was sort of like, okay, well, I already have Netflix. I don't really need it, even though like they had different titles.
Hulu wasn't for movies though.
It was for TV.
Hulu took over for on demand, because on demand through your cable provider was supposed to be the whole thing
networks.
Of like, you can watch this next day. And for whatever reason, or no, on demand I don't think was ever next day. That was the problem. On demand was like, this show aired, it'll be on here eventually.
It was usually...
But it wasn't until down the road that it became next day. Hulu was the beginning of like...
Yeah.
Oh, you missed this show and you don't have DVR? Well, watch it on Hulu the next day.
Right.
It's here the next day you can watch it.
And Hulu was cheaper than video on demand. I mean, DVR.
DVR. I'm like, on demand came with your thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just, and that's my whole thing is, you've got so many shows to watch. That's not even a matter of like, this show is over, so now I'm going to go over here and watch this. It's, this show ended, now what do I watch? Because my one friend is watching this, my other friend is watching this. I'm a purveyor of entertainment. So my friends are watching these 3 different shows. This is nominated for an Emmy. This is nominated for an Oscar. Like, do I watch this? Do I watch this? Do I watch
Plus,
this?
Plus, when you log in, there's all these, like, recommended for you.
Recommended
New,
for you.
Trending.
The whole thing, yeah. Just added.
Uh-huh. Leaving soon.
They talked about it on that podcast. They said, like, you used to be able to flip through TV and just found something you wanted to watch, or you just didn't watch TV. Now you would just be scrolling endlessly.
I remember, like, having cable.
Yeah.
And, like, even when I moved out and had an apartment, I had cable. Like, you'd flip through, I'm like, I can't find anything. And just turn it off and go find something else to do. Or, like, find a DVD. Like, I'll just watch this movie, this show, whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, now you scroll through Netflix for 2 hours, and it's like, oh, I didn't find anything. And then you close out Netflix and you go to whatever other app.
I think that's
that for an hour.
Why people lean... It's not the only reason. But, like, why certain shows remain... like top streamed, like why The Office and Friends and Suits, like why they stay so popular, because like people get so tired of scrolling where it's like, I'm just gonna find something I already know that I like, and here it is.
But I think in terms of those shows, you're not even scrolling. You're opening the app and immediately turning that on.
Or like you scroll for a few minutes thinking like, oh, maybe I'll watch something else, and then you don't know what to watch because there's just too many options, so you go right back to it. I
never understand it.
I'm
kind of at a weird point in my life where I don't understand rewatching a television show.
It's for comfort. I get it. So in a life of uncertainty, it's nice to know you already know how it ends.
I get it. But also in the terms of a conversation of like, there is so much content to watch.
But you don't know how it's going to end. That's the problem.
Who cares?
I have so much anxiety in my day. All I want is a show I already know how it's going to start and end because I want the comfort of knowing.
Then you're not enjoying television.
But I'm not looking to...
Just put the TV off.
I'm not looking for TV for entertainment. I'm looking for comfort. And I'm going to this show.
Well, that's my point.
I already know. Yeah, but maybe
Listen to music.
Maybe I don't have time.
You have time to sit and watch a television show?
Well, no, you have it
on.
You have it on in the background because you're doing something else.
Well, background is different, but I'm talking from the perspective of watching it.
No one is putting The Office on and sitting there and watching it anymore. No one is doing that. They're doing other shit.
I doubt that.
They are doing other shit.
Because, like, I was going to go back and rewatch Breaking Bad. And then I'm like, I love this show. But I have to... It is a show that will suck you in.
What is making weird noises?
It sounded like Emmett almost.
He's not down here.
It could be the fan.
Are you here? Oh, no, there he is.
Yeah, it sounded like him, like...
He, like, deep exhaled.
But yeah, I just... It's a show that sucks you in. Like, you can't just put that show on.
Well,
so
yeah.
I will sit and watch
but there are
it.
some shows that are...
But then my thought when that happened... Because I did try. And, like, I found myself, like, sitting and watching whatever episode I got to. I might have been, like, 2 episodes. And then I thought, like, why am I doing this? I have so much other stuff that I have not watched, that I'm behind on. Why am I going back and rewatching?
Because sometimes it's fun. Because you liked it.
Show. I did like it a lot.
And you know you liked it. So in that case, you're not watching it
I'm
for
not,
the comfort.
The
but it's
shows that I'm thinking about in that moment, though, are not shows that are... It's not season 1. It's season 2 came out. Season 3 came out. Whatever. Like, it's a show that I'm already watching. The new show.
Yeah.
Is a show that I'm already watching and I like it. But I don't think about it until I put something else on. And then it's like, oh, I could have been watching that.
But, like, sometimes your brain just wants to watch... I rewatch movies all the time.
Movies are different, though. Movies are a different conversation of rewatchability.
If I need background noise, I'm putting a movie on over a show. Only because, like, I want it to...
I'm more of a movie guy, 100%.
I just want to watch... I just want to leave it go. And I have my go-tos. Depending on what I'm doing, there's a certain movie that I'll put on. Mm-hmm. Not every time. It's not like, oh, I can't clean the house if I don't have this movie on. But, like... Depending on what's going on, I'll watch, like, a certain set of movies. Only because I know I'm not going to... It's going to prevent me from sitting down on the couch and mindlessly scrolling, being on my phone. And it gives good...
There's nothing I want to do
background noise.
In some point of a remodel where I want to put built-ins in. And I want all the movies we have in the cases on a shelf. Because my issue with movies here is the first thing I do is I want to watch this very specific movie, and I search it on there, and it's not fucking streaming anywhere. So why would it be? That was the whole point of streaming, but why would it be there?
Well, also...
And we're just purging content now because it's too expensive to store it.
Well, or we don't have the platform that it's streaming on.
But we have the majority of the platform.
Well, because it'll be like, oh, it's on Showtime. Cool.
Yeah, that's,
or like
that's
it's on
the one weird
it's on
one.
There's another premium cable one because we have HBO, and there's another movie one, or it's on
Cinemax.
No, or it's on Prime, but you have to pay for it.
But a lot now, thankfully.
It's on Hulu, but you need an ad with live TV.
Thankfully, they changed Prime. I used to hate Amazon Prime.
Yeah, it was very confusing what you could watch and what you... Well, you can watch all of it.
Well, no, it was labeled, but it was all together. And now they've done a lot better job at separating.
I'm sure there was a lot of people complaining.
Oh, tons of people said, like, why is it all together? Because you get my hopes up.
Or they get a lot of people...
I scroll through and I watch it, and then there's that movie, and I'm like, oh, I haven't watched that in a while. And I click on it, and it's, oh, you have to pay for this. It's like, God damn it.
Well, or there was a lot of people who were like, my kids are buying movies because they don't realize they can't watch it.
Well, I think it was a lot. I think the majority of it was, like, I pay for Prime to have this content. So why would I come on here to watch content that I am technically already paying for you to just offer me a ton of shit that I have to pay more for?
Right.
Like, what's the point in the subscription to Amazon
Highlight
Prime?
to me the stuff that I can watch.
And they did eventually
let me
change things around, thankfully.
Because, I think any movie you want to watch, you can buy or rent through Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
Because it's just like
well,
Amazon.
You can buy and rent it through we have Google, so you can buy and rent it through Google Play.
Sometimes it's cheaper on Amazon. Because you
I have no idea.
a
I haven't
subscription.
looked at it.
If you can rent it. If you can't, then probably not.
But yeah, I don't know. It's just, but with the movies, I then go to find it because I know we have it on DVD. But the problem is, you gotta get that fucking binder out, flip through the pages, because nothing's in there by, it's not like alphabetical order or by actor or whatever.
Organized it. I don't know how you have it.
I just put the stuff in there.
I don't know how it's organized.
Because the intention initially was...
What was that?
I have no idea. Something popped. Is it outside or was it upstairs?
I don't know.
It sounded like a balloon popped. That's what it sounded like to me. It just sounded like a big
Yeah, but what? Is it the balloon? No, that balloon's still...
That or something fell in the basement.
You want to go look real quick? I'll go look and see. I want to make sure there's nothing it's not like an appliance or something. Air conditioner or...
Yeah, I get it.
I initially thought it was Robin.
Apologies for the interruption.
Huh?
I'm talking to the audience.
Okay.
You're fine. I was apologizing for the interruption in the broadcast.
For the sheer panic?
Well, and not me, out in the kitchen and then walking towards the basement, I don't want to go down to the basement because I don't know what the fuck that noise was. In my mind,
well, it definitely wasn't someone barging in.
I'm like, I swear to God, if there is something in this basement, I'm gonna fucking lose my shit. If there is something or somehow someone in this basement, I'm gonna lose my mind.
I didn't think it was that. I didn't think
I didn't either until I was walking towards the basement
or an animal.
door. Well, that's more what I thought was an animal. I didn't think it was a person, but
because it was like a one thud.
And in my mind, I'm like, if it's there, it's gonna be there when I open the door. It's gonna be at the door waiting for me.
Like when that bird was in the chimney. Do you remember that?
I don't think that was ever down.
No, it wasn't.
In the thing, though. I think it was always up there.
But you could
hear it. It sounded like it was downstairs.
And you would go in there and you would go down the basement and it would start freaking out.
Yeah, you would hear
because I think it was a bird
smacking against the thing.
I think it had a nest up top.
Probably.
Because they didn't tell me that there was a dead bird in the chimney when they came to do it. So.
Christ. But.
Such excitement.
To move away from our film conversation, I mean, kind of being the same thing. I got an ad for. They're also doing it in Reading, apparently. Again. At
Bluey Live?
No. Oh. At the Keswick. They're doing National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, followed by a Q&A with Chevy Chase.
Oh, you just watch the movie.
You watch the movie, and then when the movie's over, he comes out on stage and does a Q&A.
But isn't he not personable? Why is he doing that?
So a woman, I bring it up because a woman commented on the Facebook post. Tons of people were like, "He's an asshole. No, hard pass. Not doing it." A
great idea. But...
A woman commented and said, "I went to see this when it was in Reading a couple years ago, whatever she said, and he was on stage for maybe 30 minutes and then left."
I mean, it is a weird thing, especially if it's just him?
It's definitely just him.
Because none of the other cast wants anything to do with him.
Well, they don't want anything to do with him, but also, like, they're not doing that.
Well, the mom, Beverly
D'Angelo?
what's she doing?
That's the point.
Oh, they don't want to.
Well, she doesn't want to, but like, she doesn't need to.
Neither does he.
She's not one of these... I don't think he needs to do it for money, which I could be wrong on that, but...
What's his name, Galecki?
Johnny Galecki?
Johnny. I was going to say Danny. That's wrong.
It's still working.
Yeah, right. So he probably can't because he's, like, still acting. Who are the other ones?
What's
the
her
sister.
name? Was the daughter.
She's still acting.
Oh, who played... What the fuck is her name?
I can't remember. The sister, yes.
Oh, God. It's not Parker Posey. What the fuck is her name?
Do you want me to look it up?
Yeah, sure. That's gonna bug the shit out of me. And the second you say it, I'm like, oh yeah, that's her name. But yeah, it's just... I don't know who else is in that movie. Oh, Julia Louis-Dreyfus. She's not doing it.
Yeah, she's not doing it.
I think Chevy is doing it. I think it's partially for the money. But I think it's also...
Juliette Lewis.
Juliette Lewis.
And I think, like...
There it is.
The parents are dead.
Definitely.
Randy Quaid, he's in jail.
Is he?
Yeah.
For what?
Taxes?
Oh, sure.
He might not be in jail. He was jailed. For... I'm pretty sure it was tax evasion.
Dennis probably bailed him out.
He was sentenced to prison for tax evasion.
Oh, okay. But yeah, Chevy's doing it for the money and for the look at me. I'm still relevant. Please look at me. I'm not gonna... You can't look at me for more than 30 minutes, but... And he can't do anything else. He's not doing stand-up.
Oh, wait, he may have been...
Because that's not what he did.
I don't know. He's Canadian.
Who? The Quaids?
Yeah.
I feel like I knew that. Or is it just...
Oh, no, they moved. They moved to Canada.
Yes.
For protection. And they were like, no.
I do remember that night you're saying that.
So his wife was granted permanent citizenship, and he was not.
Yes. Because he was trying to hide from the government.
Yeah, for like defrauding an innkeeper.
I do remember this.
Burglary.
I do remember all of this.
And then they tried to move to Canada.
Now that you're saying it.
He was briefly arrested for not checking in as a non-resident. And then he sued the U.S. State Department for revoking his passport.
He needed a new case for this thing.
Oh, and then he was deported to Vermont from Canada.
Yep. Sounds about right.
That's sad. I feel like Canadians don't deport people unless they absolutely have to.
But yeah, I thought it was very, like, nothing felt more Chevy Chase to me than doing this. And then, like, I'm only here for, like, 15 minutes.
Yeah, meanwhile, we saw, what was the comedian that we saw? In Phoenixville when it...
John Lovitz?
Yeah, and, like, the fire alarm went off and we all got evacuated. And then John Lovitz just came out and was like, I'll just hang out.
We had nowhere else to go.
But, like... Chevy Chase, if he's doing stand-up, something like that.
He's not doing stand-up.
But, like, if he were to do something where, like, he's the performer, he's not coming out.
No.
But, like...
Well, he would have, but they would have, like... He would have been
he would have had to evacuate.
He would have been very, like... Security would have been out there.
Yeah, this was, like...
Don't come near me.
We're just in a back alley, and this man is just like, do you want to... come to get your picture taken?
And a line formed to get their picture taken.
And I was like, well, this is still COVID, and I'm 9 months pregnant, so I think I'm going to sit this one out. We just stayed to the back.
It wasn't COVID.
Yeah. It was still, like, you didn't have to wear your mask anymore, but it was, like, heavily encouraged when you're in a large group. And I was like, I'm just going to stay to the back, because I don't want to be, like... Because remember, like, it was, like, a swarm.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm just going to stay back here. Because, like, yes, in the theater, but people aren't...
That was a good show.
It was very fun. But, like... he is the kind of guy, that's the kind of actor you want at a Q&A, who's like, I'm just here because I really liked this project.
Well, I think the difference is, like,
And I just want to talk to you about it.
I think the difference in that respect of John Lovitz versus Chevy Chase is that, like, John was there to do stand-up. Like, he's there the whole night is about him. Chevy Chase is there. The entire night is about a movie he made how fucking long ago?
But, like, he could...
Where, like, people aren't...
spin it that it's, we're all here for you. So, like, be nice to us and let us ask you questions. Like, maybe we want to know, like...
He knows people aren't there for him.
But
he's very aware that he is, like, the least likable person on the planet.
But, like, I love this movie, and you're here, so, like, let me... Yeah. He could very easily be, like, the star of the...
He could be. You're right.
But he's just choosing not to be.
Well, he's also... You know damn well, I don't know why he's doing it at all. Because you know he's also at the point in his life where, depending on the question, he's definitely thinking, like... Because I said, he made that movie how many years ago? That he's definitely thinking, like, oh my god, if one more fucking person asks me this question, I'm going to lose my mind. Like, you know... Whatever,
then, like,
you know, whatever questions he's answering them like a dick, and he's probably being like, depending on the question, he's being very short, he's being very rude.
Like, I don't know. There's nothing that sticks out to me about that movie where I'm like, oh, I would want to know about this. But like, I'm sure there are scenes where people want to be like, what was it like to do this?
Well, how many people are asking him, like, is it true that Beverly D'Angelo had a plane ticket like in her back pocket in every scene of this movie because she fucking hated you so much? Is it true that you pushed Christopher Columbus, whoever the guy is that directed Home Alone, is it true that you pushed him out of this movie because you were such a dick? And then he called John Hughes and was like, I'm not fucking doing this. And John Hughes sent him 2 scripts, one of which was Home Alone.
I mean, he made the better choice. I think I like Home Alone better than National Lampoon.
No.
I don't know.
Christmas Vacation is the quintessential Christmas movie.
It's such a good movie, but I do like Home Alone. Tony doesn't.
So do I.
Tony doesn't like it.
He does now. He's gotten past the...
I don't know why.
It's the stove in the basement. It's the wood stove in the basement. Well, the part that is made to be scary is what he doesn't like in that movie. He thinks it's too scary.
But then, like, he gets weird about the little boy hurting the intruders.
The wet bandits?
And I'm like, well, he's supposed to...
Before they were sticky? They're fine. They're not dead.
Well, that's like...
They should be, but...
I mean, it was just so funny, because he's like, why is he hurting them?
What did we just watch? What did we just watch?
Where he kept asking, do they die?
No, I mean, yes, that's his new thing. It was a movie, and they come into the room, and the movie that's on the TV is that movie that they're watching in Home Alone. The Angels with Filthy Souls, or whatever it's called.
But that was a fake movie made for that movie?
Yes.
Oh.
What the fuck movie was that?
It wasn't me.
I thought you were there. Did we just watch a new movie at some point? Like a new horror movie? Because it wasn't an older movie, I don't think.
I honestly can't remember the last movie we watched. Yeah, I can. We watched Frosted. That's the last movie. Unfrosted.
I don't think it was that.
I don't think it was that either, but that's the last movie.
It definitely wasn't Leo.
What a great movie repertoire we have recently.
That's gonna fucking bug me. Or was it a TV show? But I haven't watched any TV shows.
Let me look it up. What movie?
It's definitely like an Easter egg of like, oh hey. That's gonna bug the shit out of me.
Come on, Google, don't serve me wrong. Angels with Filthy Souls.
What do you got?
Hold on, it's...
Why don't you just look up, like...
I did. What movies use the Western? Movies and other movies.
I would just look up Angels with Filthy Souls, if that's what it's called.
It is.
Because it's not a Western, I don't think.
Filthy...
I don't... That's gonna fucking bug me until you say it.
But this is from 2021. Detective Pikachu. It's in Detective Pikachu.
Yes, it was. Because I kept thinking, like...
I'm like, I know Google's going to tell me.
Well, and I kept thinking when I was trying to figure it out, I'm like, and of course, I know it's a Ryan Reynolds movie. Because I saw it and I'm like, of course this happens in a fucking Ryan Reynolds movie. This is the exact kind of thing Ryan Reynolds does. And you are exactly correct. When he walks into that, I think it's his dad's apartment, whatever he walks into, it's on the TV
and I
he
wasn't,
turns it off.
I was probably not present for when that was playing.
Yeah. To end out our show here, these are, so we've watched these now. That was Emmett. We'll talk about them on the show.
I'm on high alert.
But we're more here to talk about, I didn't go into the comments on these videos until last night for whatever reason.
What video?
The candy salad videos.
Oh, they're so much fun.
So, what the fuck is happening here?
Are we going to learn what people do with their candy salad and why we're making candy salad?
Oh, you son of a bitch. Email?
You have to log in? Just use my phone.
Because I haven't used this in forever.
Just use mine.
Can you look at my... Yeah, you should be able to. I don't know.
Can I look at your TikToks?
My saved TikToks.
Oh, no.
Or my history.
Maybe. No.
Because I'm fucking recording with my actual phone.
But I can look up candy salad.
Well, here, go over to my phone.
Candy salad. Oh, and tell you what your thing is?
Well, no, it's going to send me a code.
Oh.
Save login info on your iCloud devices to log in automatically next time.
Well, I'm afraid if I go out of here,
It'll come up in the top. It'll give a drop-down thing. 619895. What a fucking ordeal this is. 895. Between the goddamn thing that fell. Scared the shit out of everybody. To this fucking interruption. This is going to be all kinds of off, but it doesn't matter. There's not literally anything in here that's worth writing as notes. Or making shorts out of. So, I'm just going to stop it. No. Fuck it. No, I'll stop it. It doesn't matter. I'll just know it's at the end.
It won't really be wrong.
Because there might be some shit in here that is funny. So, for those of you that aren't aware of what the candy salad thing is on TikTok, apparently the original is a teacher with little kids in the classroom.
Oh.
I don't understand the concept of it. Nowhere have I seen an explanation of what happens. So what it is, for those of you not aware, I'm pretty sure this is old, so we're way behind. But
no, I don't think it's that old.
I think it's older than you think it is. It's a bunch of people in a line, and you walk up to this empty bowl.
But no, sometimes it's like, I'm so-and-so, I brought the bowl.
It's empty to start. Most videos, the bowl was already there.
Yeah.
I've seen very few instances where it's like, I brought the bowl. And it's like, fuck you, get out of line. But it's usually like, I'm Brian and I brought M&Ms. And you dump your M&Ms in the bowl. And the next person's like, I'm Kelly and I brought gummy worms. And you dump your gummy worms in the bowl. My gripe is, this shit is not wrapped. It's not like the mini candies that are individually wrapped. It's just open, bare candy.
Sometimes it's wrapped and sometimes it's
getting mixed all together. And no one has answered the question of like, are you eating this? Are you just scooping a big handful of shit out and then eating it all together? I don't know. But I did not get introduced to this through children.
No.
I got introduced to this. The first one I saw were a group of old Jewish men.
I think they're at a retirement home.
Now, how do you know they're Jewish? Well, first of all, the TikTok account was old Jewish men. And secondly, they all have yarmulkes.
No. Number 3 is the only one with the yarmulke.
No. The first guy does.
He has a hat. He's just wearing...
That's the second guy.
He's wearing a hat.
First guy has a yarmulke.
Oh, yeah, he does. In
Second
the back.
guy has a Domino's pizza hat. Third guy has a yarmulke.
Yeah, it was that guy.
Fourth guy has a hat. Fifth guy has a hat. Sixth guy has a hat. They're all baseball caps. But anyways. So this video, first guy, I'll just give you the rundown. First guy brings Werther's Originals. The second guy brings...
He mispronounces Werther's.
The second guy brings cough drop candies from Walgreens that I brought.
And then he leaves his trash on the table next to the bowl.
He takes his with him.
No.
Or no. He hands it to the guy.
Oh, yeah.
Third guy brings, like, The fuck are these? Like lemon candies or something?
No, like fruit chews.
Nice fruit candies. Unwrapped.
Here we go. Metamucil tablets.
I brought Metamucil fiber capsules. And then he just dumps the whole bottle in. Well, it's probably half the bottle. What's so funny...
You gotta shit when you gotta shit.
What's so funny to me, though, is... And I'm going to share these on... I'm pretty sure I already reposted it, but I'll repost it again. I'll share it on Instagram because they're so funny. The guy who brings the Metamucil, I understand it. There are people, like, if the camera's here... They're here. There's people like here and here telling them what
clearly
to do.
Like
but you don't see them and you don't hear them.
Yeah.
The guy, if I'm the guy and the people are here, he literally is like, I'm whoever and I brought Metamucil fiber capsules. And he dumps it in, and as he walks, he turns and looks at this person off camera. But it's a look of almost like... he did something wrong. It's that kind of shady look of like,
yeah.
Don't tell anybody I dumped my Metamucil capsule.
Don't tell anyone I just actually dumped fentanyl in this candy bowl. Like, because he doesn't ever, which obviously none of them.
No, he does because he has to read it. He's like, I brought Metamucil fiber capsules.
But they don't ever. Obviously, they're not showing the labels because nobody's trying to do like. Product placement.
This guy brought dried plums. One comes out
and then a whole turd.
Shakes the whole bag and smacks it. Well, you also hear him say, "Come on out, guys."
Yeah.
He like smacks the bottom of the bag.
I love this one. Might be my favorite.
And the last guy is the guy who brings the lemon candies.
Yeah, the lemon drops.
And just dumps them in. Was there liquid in that?
No, dust.
Did I just notice?
Dust.
I don't think that was dust. That looks like liquid.
It's dust.
It was dust. It looked like straight liquid.
Yeah, they got like sour dust.
First of all, how old is that shit?
Oh my gosh, look, my mouth is watering because I want those.
You've gotten the rundown of what everyone brought. And for some reason...
I want to see them like mix it up.
I was going through last night and getting rid of TikToks that aren't available anymore, stuff I don't need in my saved anymore. And this was there, and I'm like, do I get rid of this? Because there are some that I saved where I'm like, I want to keep this. Because I'm entertained by this enough.
I just want to come back to it.
I can go back to it. One of them is that mouse puppet singing Piano Man. It's so funny, and you know it is.
Piano sounds like a piano.
We're gonna come back to that. I'm gonna play this one just so you hear the audio because you don't need the video.
I don't want to hear the piano sounds like a piano.
Where are you? Here you go.
It's 9 o'clock on a Saturday.
It starts off so normal.
The regular crowd shuffles in.
It just makes you believe it's gonna.
The bar is an old man making love to his tonic and gin.
I don't know why it makes me laugh.
Son, can you play me Yellow Man? I'm not really sure how
And like
it goes, but it's sad and it's sweet. It's Yellow Man.
The editing is like.
You've got a Piano Man.
The editing is like so choppy, but that's what makes it so funny.
This is Piano Man. The waitress is practicing
Piano Man.
We're all in the mood for Piano Man. The piano, it sounds like a piano. You're the Piano Man.
Oh no!
It's 9 o'clock.
Oh, good. I bumped it up to the top. But I have that saved in here. I've got the fake window frost for decorations. How to use a foam brush properly. That gift exchange game. The garlic and onion thing to make seasoning.
Oh yeah.
That you wanted. The Chad Smith doing the drumming to
Oh my gosh.
Break My Heart. I don't know why I love that video so much.
All of his videos are fascinating.
The clogger thing. I watched it again last night. It will never not get to me. Is the fuck is her name?
I mean, if I poke you with it.
There it is. Judy Dench. There it is.
Doing.
I knew Dench. For some reason, the first name was not Judy.
Doing the whole Shakespeare thing?
Doing a sonnet by Shakespeare. And it is absolutely beautiful.
It's got to be done in British.
I don't think it has to be done,
No, country accent is the best.
What?
You haven't seen those?
No.
Shakespeare in a country accent is the best.
You need...
Southern accent.
You need... I don't care what the accent is. I mean, British does help a lot. But you need someone who is a true actor.
You need a thespian.
You need Judi Dench
Someone
I
who
stand
does
by
like
it.
theater.
I watched it on Apple TV Plus. It was fantastic. The Tragedy of Macbeth. It is Denzel Washington as Macbeth, Frances McDormand as Lady Macbeth. It is incredible. You need someone who is a true great actor to really bring Shakespeare to life and make it kind of understandable.
Well,
Because we did Shakespeare in high school, and I'm like, I don't know what the fuck any of this means.
because when you just read,
But then when I hear
when you
Judi
just
Dench
read
do
it,
it, when I hear Judi Dench in this clip do it, I understood everything that was being said. And
because
the
you
point
need
of
more.
all.
It needs like more inflection.
You need someone to act it.
Yeah. Because if you just read it the way you would read a book, it's
There's
very
that. There's
difficult.
this stat game that I want to get. Nick Offerman's Emmy acceptance speech when he won for playing that gay guy in
Oh.
The Last of Us. This clip of what's the best PG-13 expletive. So you get one F word in a PG-13 movie, and the initial clip is like, what's the best use of the F word in a PG-13 movie? He cuts in and was like, hands down, it's The Ringer. Which, have you seen that movie? With Johnny Knoxville?
No.
You should. It is fantastic, and it is absolutely hysterical. There's a scene where Johnny Knoxville, if you don't know the plot of the movie, Johnny Knoxville and Brian Cox from Succession, oddly enough, Johnny Knoxville fakes being mentally handicapped
Right.
to compete in the Special Olympics. And
Yeah.
the whole idea is he's not. So he's going to win and then win all the money.
Right.
Or Brian Cox is going to bet on him and then win all this money.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert, he has a change of heart, whatever, blah, blah. But he sneaks the boys that are actually mentally handicapped and should be at the Special Olympics out to go to a movie or something after where they go. And when they come back, Katherine Heigl, who is one of the like trainer people at the Olympics, catches them coming back and trying to sneak back in. And she's hounding Johnny Knoxville. Or no, they run into her boyfriend, which Johnny Knoxville is trying to get with Katherine Heigl throughout this movie. And obviously hates her boyfriend. He's
Sure.
also a dick. Like, it's
Sure.
one of those
Who plays her
movies.
boyfriend?
I don't remember.
Oh.
But they meet up.
I could guess.
They run into each other. And then they're coming back on campus. She catches them together. So she's questioning her boyfriend on where he took them. And his explanation is like, oh, we went here, whatever. Well, why are you coming back so late? Oh, well, we stopped to get ice cream. And there is a guy, I forget the actor's name, who's not facing the camera. And he says, we stopped to get ice cream. And the guy not facing the camera turns around and in the most earnest delivery I've ever heard in a movie, without missing a beat, whips around, when the fuck did we get ice cream? And you visibly see, because I'm pretty sure it was improv and they left it in the movie, he says it and you visibly see Johnny Knoxville like try not to break. It's hysterical.
Is the actor like?
I don't think he is.
Because some of them, there's like
The
a
movie,
couple.
the movie is a mixture. There is a mixture of actual like
Because there's a
mentally
couple
handicapped
actors with Down syndrome.
Yes, it is a mix of both.
That I remember.
It is a mix of both.
Because I remember when that movie came out, it was sort of like, is this controversial or not? And the opinion was like, no, because
well,
they're
it
all.
was on the surface, but then people who actually saw it were like, no, this is not.
Like, they're not making fun of them.
Yeah. When
And-
Johnny Knoxville was adamant of like, this is not what that movie is. What you're trying to paint this movie as is not what it is. And like, he's the other guy who was in it, I forget his name. He's been in the Jackass stuff with them. Like, him and Johnny Knoxville are best friends.
Because I feel like that's one thing Johnny Knoxville is not.
No.
Is an asshole.
No.
And like he knows where to draw the line. Like, yes, he'll fart in a tube and make it go in someone's mouth.
That wasn't him.
But he's not going to like.
He didn't do that.
He's not going to go after like people that way for anything.
I forgot what I was gonna say. But yeah, great movie.
It's not like I wouldn't see it, I just never did.
But the main video that guy does, I forget his three. His number one is Anchorman. We've only seen the unrated version of Anchorman. The theatrical release of Anchorman was PG-13.
Ew.
and the only F word in the theatrical release of Anchorman is "I'm Ron Burgundy. Go fuck yourself, San Diego."
So then you don't get the. Don't you know? I would never fucking say that. I would never fucking say fuck.
That's only in the unrated version.
That's terrible.
I think that scene is there, but I don't know
What
what
does he
says.
say?
I think it might just be the "Don't you know I would never say that," and that's the end of that scene.
Ew.
I've never seen the regular version.
I never saw it in theaters.
I've only ever seen the unrated
I only saw the
version.
DVD, so I always just assumed it was rated R.
Yeah, I've only ever seen the unrated version.
Specifically for the fact that they say the F word about 50 times.
I say it a lot. But yeah, that's...
Well, just in that part,
that's
they don't...
the original video. That guy's number one is that. That really bugs me. I might have to watch that one now to find out what his other ones are.
I can't think of it because I never really think about what movies are rated.
So we've gone through what these old Jewish men brought.
They're so adorable.
I went to the comments, and I'll just read you some of them.
Are they all kind or are they mean?
No, they're not mean in the sense of like they're making fun of these guys. It's mean in the sense of like where's
Oh, is it like who brought the fiber?
Nah, fiber capsules is actually crazy. Like that kind
Yeah.
of like
Okay.
the cough
Mean
drops,
about their choices, not
the
about...
cough drops and fiber capsules really completed the candy salad. Heart emoji. The forbidden candy salad. Nah, this candy salad gas. 4 fire emojis. This is a weird candy salad, but so adorable. Not the fiber capsules, followed by the dried plums.
Really getting it.
A lot of people. Nah, fiber capsules is actually crazy. Fiber capsules, crying emoji. That dude had like 4 lemon candies left. Ha 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 ha. Best candy salad I've seen yet. No, that's a candy. Now that's a candy
No, I like
salad.
the other one. The people.
I like the inclusivity. This candy salad is good for the grandparents. That's a medicine salad. The fact they're all half-eaten. Finally, a good candy salad. Cough drop as candy is insane work.
I like how he calls them candy though. Cough drop candies from Walgreens.
Well, no, his is funny because he's one of the old people that I've seen in these videos that doesn't know what's happening, and someone off camera is telling him. Because the first guy goes, my name's whatever, and I brought Werther's Originals. Dumps it in, walks off camera. The other guy then just stands there and then goes, "Are you ready?" "Yes." And he walks forward. "My name is whatever, and I brought cough drop candies from Walgreens that I brought." Dumb. And then like goes to just sit it on the table and then picks it up to hand it to somebody and walks off camera.
They should just have a trash can right there, ready
This
for
the
'em.
ancient candy salad, bro. This is bizarre, but I also find it so cute. This a lot of these reminded me of you too.
Yeah.
Finally,
There's-
my kind of candy salad.
Like they're so adorable. I want to
would
go
have
there. Where are
I would
they?
have died if they all brought Werther's Originals.
Like where are
Yeah,
they located?
they're all so cute though. This is so cute. Stop. Fiber capsule, cough drops, and dried plums is a crazy ass combo. Grandpa candy salad. Oh my heart.
That really is
Did
what,
Peter just put vitamins into a candy salad? I'm dropping cough drop candies from Walgreens. I bought. I'm crying. Oh my god.
so everyone loves him.
Half of them are half eaten too. Now this is the candy salad, all caps. The second one makes me cry. Makes me want to cry. He's so sweet.
Like he's so pure. Like such a pure soul. I love in his Domino's hat.
Someone commented in quotes. Come on out, boys. The guy slapping the dried plums.
It's a new version of slap the bag. You slap
my
the plum bag.
I'm doing it now. I was reading these last night. And I was in fucking tears. I was laughing so much.
What I love though is that
Oh,
they're
God.
all like
Cough drops is diabolical.
they're so funny, but like none of them are hurtful. What the hell?
This woman's name is Faith Hill. It's not Faith Hill. That's why I clicked on it.
Well, I mean, her name is Faith Hill. It's just not the Faith Hill
She
that
was
you were.
verified. But I have to hear. I can go to my history. Whoa.
What is that? A dog with?
It's a dog with porcupine
Oh, that's sad.
Um,
What happened to you?
barbs. Or what do you think happened to him?
But how did that
He got a
happen?
porcupine out in the woods, and he was out taking a shit, and went after it, and the thing just.
Yeah, I didn't realize that that's what they do with those.
Yes.
They just shoot them.
Yeah, it's a defense mechanism.
Today at the animal park, they were trying to feed the skunks.
Asterisk there.
And the skunks were going crazy. Well, they weren't trying to. They just weren't feeding the skunks, and the skunks were saying it was feeding time, and Robin was, like, right up against the cage. I'm like, bro, if you get squirted by a skunk, I don't know what to do. But I think they might have their stinkers taken out.
Where is... So I can watch it, the ladies. 'Cause I didn't look at the comments on the old ladies, but that was also hysterical.
Well, that wasn't old lady. Oh.
Yeah, the old ladies in the thing.
I thought you were talking about the one where it's clearly like a... Not a psychiatric hospital, but like a day program situation.
It's people with mental disabilities.
Handicaps.
Yeah, mentally handicapped people.
Yeah. That one or the old ladies?
No, the old ladies.
I love the one the lady walks up chewing on beef jerky. Like, she shoves it all in her mouth.
That's the second one with the handicapped people.
Yeah.
That one is hysterical for so many different reasons.
And the blind woman. She's my favorite.
So they come up. The first lady's got Kit Kats. Like, the candy's not really anything mentionable.
But it's legit candy.
And what the first couple people do is not mentionable, except for the first woman. And again, these are people with special needs. My name's whatever. I brought Kit Kats. Drops the Kit Kats in the bowl. Stands there for like a second. The lady in the back, who I'm pretty sure is like an employee.
No, I think she belongs there.
Oh, I don't think she does. Because the way she acts at the end of the video, I'm pretty sure she's an employee who did not want to be involved in the candy salad.
Maybe, but I just got
into it.
I got the impression that like
she looks like an older employee that was like, I don't want to fucking do this TikTok bullshit, but I got roped into it. She's like fourth in line. This poor woman drops her Kit Kat.
And she stands there smiling.
There, and then you just hear someone in the background go! She just walks off. Next person. I'm pretty sure she's fourth. Whatever the third person brings, they say it, they dump it. As they walk away, so you can see this woman who is fourth, she has a fucking handful of whatever
beef
she
jerky.
brings. Well, you don't know that yet. You don't know that yet because she doesn't say it yet.
Yeah.
She's still back here. All you see is her go like, whoo.
Yeah.
Squirrel cheeks, absolutely full.
Yeah.
You know,
is.
I don't think she even says her name. I brought black rice beef jerky. Dumps it out. There's like 2 pieces of beef jerky left in there. And then like more people go. The last woman is a blind woman.
And it's so funny because she's laughing too. We are not laughing at her.
She walks fucking right past the bowl, and I'm more laughing like, why did anyone tell her to turn? She walks past the jerky lady who doesn't like, hold on, fucking turn her body, like nothing.
Or like the person filming just okay, stop.
She walks all the way across the room. The one woman who went is now like over here by the door. She walks all the way across this fucking room. The lady at the door is standing there. She like bumps into her, and the lady at the door, who is one of the patients, says like it's over there. She just like scoots next to her, feels the counter. There's no camera. Now it's someone filming the back of her. She's facing a wall. There's just a countertop there with nothing. There's like a bunch of bags and stuff on it. My name's whatever. I brought mini marshmallows. And let me tell you, folks, this bag is full.
It is a big bag.
And she fucking turns that bitch upside down and just whoosh, dumps it.
And you hear everybody like...
You hear everyone laughing. She turns around. She's laughing. But then, the kicker for me, they bring the camera back to the bowl. And the jerky lady who threw her jerky in there, and you're supposed to keep your trash, had her empty jerky bag in her hand when she left the bowl. They now bring the camera back, and you see her like scurrying away from the bowl real fast, and when you look down, her empty jerky bag is on top of the bowl.
Yeah,
and it's like
so
you just threw your trash in there. Then.
She's like, I don't want this.
Yeet. What a bitch.
That one was... So funny,
one,
only because of that lady at the end. And
this one is my other favorite. It is so that was old Jewish men. This is old ladies.
This I think might be either a senior center.
It's definitely a senior center,
or it could be like an assist, like where Mimi lives.
Yeah, it's one.
Where like they live in their own apartment, but there's like
it's definitely one of those
community center for them to go to.
So you've got. I bought cough drop.
And 0 inflection.
Wait for it.
If you're unlucky enough, you might get one.
If you're unlucky enough, you might get one. This lady is not fucking around.
Nope.
Like caramels.
I brought caramels. Boom.
My name's Jen and I brought caramels. And she fucking dumps that shit and leaves.
She takes her walker and she is gone.
But this is
You need to know that she has a walker.
This is my favorite one.
She's the best.
Not her. The lady off camera. And I guarantee you it's the cough drop lady from the beginning.
Or it could be the Carmel's lady.
Definitely not.
Carmel's lady is going back from where she came, too. She's going back to her room. She's like, I don't have time for this. My stories are on.
I'm going to post these, but I just got to show you this one.
Okay, my name is Alice, and I brought daily fiber.
Oh my God.
Oh, you want them in there?
Oh my God. You don't want them in there?
No, that's not what she says. My name is Alice, and I brought daily fiber. And you hear a woman off camera go, oh my God, you ruined it.
And then she says, you don't want them in there?
No, she says, oh, you want them in there? And she proceeds to dump them in the bowl. Which, like, again, I get that you're older, but you didn't just watch the first two people go. What do you think you're doing? Oh, you want them in there? No, just fucking walk away. Like,
what did they tell them to bring? Is what I want to know.
did you say candy? And she's like, I don't have any candy. This is close enough.
I have diabetes. I have daily fiber. Well, if you're diabetic, you have your sugar-free candy.
Well, no, because then the reincarnation of Louis Anderson.
My name is Sarah and I brought fruited candy.
What's fruited candy?
My name is Sarah, and I brought fruity candy.
Fruited. What's?
I think she says fruity. It's just those, like...
Oh my God, they're so good. You know, those gummy candies.
The little gummies that have,
But
like, sugar and shit on the outside
But they
of them.
look like...
They look like orange slices.
Yeah, but they're orange,
They're
green,
orange,
red.
green, red, and yellow.
Yeah.
But she sounds like Louis Anderson and kind of looks like Louis.
I love her. She brings a big old bowl.
She brought
too.
legit candy.
Prunes!
And I got prunes, which, again, just come out like big... poppin' turds.
Why are you
She looks like the dad from Pawn Stars.
Yep. Who is bringing prunes?
My name is Jean, and I brought lemon drops.
Jean brought her lemon drops.
Who doesn't love a good lemon drop?
Who's
Am I an old
trying
lady?
Who she's trying not to get rid of all of them. She's very gingerly like, oh, I'm going to hold... She's definitely holding the bag like this. Mm-hmm. And she's got like 50 of them in her hand, so she can just shake out the rest of them. And the video cuts off, so you don't see her even do this.
Am I an old lady? Because I do keep lemon drops in my purse.
I don't know.
They're so good.
Where's the other one of that? Because that's not the one I watched. So I'm looking for the comments. Here's all the candy salads.
We watched a lot of candy salad videos last
This
night.
one? Nope, it's this one. What the fuck just happened?
That was fun.
TikTok. What?
How do you close it? You gotta go all the way back.
Cool.
No one wants you in your For You page. Your For You page is so different than mine.
Your For You page is fucking
Mine,
garbage.
it wasn't though. Because isn't it true that like every once in a while like stuff gets shuffled so you see new things in your For You page?
I think so.
So I'm in the new phase and I keep getting alien videos and I keep saying I don't want this.
Oh, damn it. This isn't a good one, but the comments on this one, same old ladies. Candy salad, X. Stuff in a bowl, check.
Yeah.
The fruited candies and grape things are the only thing that should go in a candy salad.
I want to know what they told these ladies to bring. Like, did they tell some people to
It
just
says,
like,
who hurt her?
who hurt her?
Who hurt who? Who hurt the first lady? Oh my god.
I feel like that would be
This one
Mimi.
just says Barb needs a
Can
hug.
we go to Mimi's place and just ask her if she
I
could
want to
round
so
up
bad.
some of her homies?
I want to so bad and do this exact
What would she
thing.
bring? Glutino crackers.
She's bringing fucking expired Coke from her fridge.
No, she's bringing the that rum chata.
Yes.
She's just dumping a bottle of rum chata. I can't have candy, but I can have rum chata. No big deal. Or she's bringing those little Asti Spumante champagne bottles.
But
Because she always says
that
those
was
in her
fun.
fridge.
I will definitely post them since we're on my TikTok anyways, and we talked about it. To close out, we will leave you with this.
I mean, if I poke you with
This is Judi Dench. This is what we were talking about. Because I can't not talk about it and not share it. Graham Norton. Graham Norton, I think one of the greatest talk shows to ever
Absolutely.
exist.
A sonnet. I'll do a sonnet.
It's like you're having a Shakespeare jukebox.
Just imagine you're on Spaceship Earth right now.
When in disgrace with fortune and men's eyes, I all alone beweep my outcast state, and trouble deaf heaven with my bootless cries, and look upon myself and curse my fate, wishing me like to one more rich in hope, featured like him with friends possessed, desiring this man's art and that man's scope, with what I most enjoy contented least, yet in these thoughts myself almost despising, haply I think on thee, and then my state, like to the lark at break of day arising from sullen earth, sings hymns at heaven's gate. For thy sweet love remembered, such wealth brings, that then I scorn to change my state with kings.
Wow.
How much does she have just up there?
She just knew it.
How does she have that all up there? How many more does she have? Who's with her?
I don't know who that guy is. Next to her is Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh, what the fuck?
To which he hears that and then says, "That's more dialogue than I've had in all my movies combined."
Probably.
And everyone laughs.
Does he say that actually?
Yes, that's what he says. They get done applauding, and he's like, "That's more dialogue than I've had in all my movies combined." And everyone's like, "Ha!"
Are we not allowed to like him? Because I do like him.
Who?
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Why wouldn't you be allowed to like him?
Well, because his whole... He has like a secret family with the nanny, or...
He doesn't, though.
Yeah, he did.
He did, but they're not secret anymore.
Yeah, but I mean, they're still there.
You know, people. He got divorced, and he's like paying to raise that kid. He did the right thing.
Okay, that's what I'm asking. Like...
No, he was in a Super Bowl commercial for State Farm.
I mean, there's a couple other celebrities that are still around where I'm like, I thought we weren't supposed to like them.
Like who?
Kanye West.
Where is he around besides his own weird church? And
He's just always around. And Chris Brown. But I guess we're supposed to like him again.
No, I don't know. We were never not supposed to like him, which doesn't make any sense.
But he beat up Rihanna.
Yeah, and that same year, the Grammys were like, "Can you come perform 4 times?" It's like, what the fuck is wrong with you people?
Do we not know what really happened there? Are we missing something?
No, we know what happened. He beat the shit out of her. Like
Through
her
a car window.
I have no idea. I just know he beat the shit out of her. And like the pictures of her after he beat the shit out of her are horrifying.
But like...
And then he went on Good Morning America and like tried to throw a chair out the window and like lost his fucking mind. And then people were still like
But then did something
sold out
happen?
concerts. And I'm like, what the fuck is happening? Like,
But
why
then
are
did
you
something
still
happen where it
famous?
came out like he had like a psychotic... Did something happen?
No.
Like, did we miss a part
All
of the
that
story?
crazy shit just happened, and then like we
just moved on?
Yeah, we just went on with our lives.
I mean, he's not still doing it. So, I mean, that's a plus.
I don't know.
But I just never know. I just remember that he has a family with a nanny, and I wasn't sure if he was back on the up and up or not.
Yeah, I don't think he was ever really on the down.
I just think it's so fun to hear him talk. Well, there for like a hot minute when that news broke. And he was getting divorced. Or it was like a big question of like what's going to happen to his...
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Was that the commercial he did?
Yeah.
I don't
You don't remember that?
No.
They do the big action scene and he like brings that cat or whatever out of the burning house.
No.
And he does the whole like a good neighbor, State Farm is there, or whatever, however he says it. And they're like, cut, it's neighbor. 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 And then Danny DeVito is also in it.
Oh, yeah.
They were in Twins.
Yes. Yep. I do remember that now.
He does have it's a fun voice to listen to.
When it's... I don't know, like, it's just...
Him and Danny DeVito. a sub above. That's all I know Danny DeVito from anymore is the fucking Jersey Mike's commercials. Because they're on the radio all the time.
I just think of Matilda, which is so bizarre because
I think of It's Always Sunny.
Well, yeah, because he did. That's his like most current.
Well, I think of Matilda. I think of Always Sunny.
Think,
I think of Throw Mama from the Train.
I just always think of he's the dad from Matilda.
I think of Death to Smoochie.
Oh, I forget he's in that.
He's Sheldon's agent.
Yeah.
He also directed that movie. He also directed Matilda.
Yeah, I did know he was a director.
And War of the Roses.
And not Throw Mama from the Train.
He did direct that. Yes.
I did know
so.
that he directed like a lot of stuff.
He was also in Taxi.
But yes. With what's his name?
Andy Kaufman.
Yep.
Episodes directed by James Burrows.
Who's that?
Oh my god, we talked about him earlier in the show. Jesus Christ.
Oh, the guy from Cheers.
And Friends.
Yeah.
Apparently on that podcast he discussed that he wanted to direct the majority of the episodes of Friends, but that didn't happen for him.
Well, it has a different... The show has a different feel than Cheers, so maybe they were trying to go in like a different direction.
Well, I don't know, because he was... I think he may have directed the first episode. Because Conan asked him, like, what was it like... Like, did you direct episodes of Friends in the beginning and knew, like, this show would be what it was? And he said, like, of all the shows I've ever worked on, he's like, because I always do, I forget how he described it. He always does, like, a run-through with a test audience. To see where cameras are, who can see what. And there's always he always puts a camera wherever, at some point downstage, if people can't see that area. So it's something to do with camera placement, but he has a test audience come in, and they do whatever. And he was like, I have never had a test audience react to a cast the way they did to the cast of Friends.
Positively?
Positively.
I mean, you can say what you will about the show, but the dynamic of the actors on that show, I'm not going to say it's the only show that's ever had that, but they had such good chemistry between them.
Yeah.
There wasn't like one where it was like he or she does not belong here. Even like the guests that they had, the secondary characters that everyone just seemed to like fit right in.
I will say this. I thought of it during that podcast that everyone talks about when Matthew Perry died, when they talk about Friends, whatever. The conversation always comes up about the fact that how Chandler Bing changed the English language.
Definitely.
And changed the way people speak. Which is not, I'm not denying that.
It's also like
I think it is true.
The emphasis, because he had a weird emphasis on words.
But what I don't think people talk about as much that I did think about, because he said the first time Norm comes into the bar on Cheers, and they do that whole back and forth, him and Sam, you know, the whatever. How's it hanging, Norm? A little to the left. I forget what the first one is. He does say it on the podcast. But whatever the first one was not written as a joke. But when it was delivered, the audience laughed hysterically.
And then they just sort of...
And then it became a running thing that's in every episode. And I thought about it, the fact of like, I don't think enough people talk about that. Because while that was, I'm sure, a thing, I feel like... Because even the way Chandler spoke was a thing. That wasn't something exclusive to that show. It just wasn't done...
It was just...
like, kind of blanket across everybody. And some people did it, but it wasn't a thing.
He made it, like, popular. It was the same way with, like, the Rachel haircut. Like, he was the pop culture thing.
That's my point. Like, it wasn't... It's something that existed. Yes. People did this. It wasn't made up for that show.
No.
And then he just amplified it and made it more of a kind of blanketed, more public thing, sort of.
And like he brought it into pop culture.
I think it's the same thing with that kind of like, it's that vibe of like,
when someone says, "How are you?" and you have a quippy comeback. That.
Well, I'm trying to think of what's the one that everyone always makes fun of. And it's always like, white people are absolutely miserable when they say this.
Oh, how are you? Just another day in paradise?
No. How's it going? It's going.
Oh.
Like that kind of thing. Mm-hmm. I think that really became a bigger, more used
it was in the
everyday
pop culture
conversation
thing.
because of Cheers.
Definitely.
And I don't think enough people talk about that.
Well,
Because there
I
were
don't
some
know.
great ones in there. How's it hanging, Norm? A little to the left is a fantastic response.
I think
It's a dog-eat-dog world, and I'm wearing bacon underwear.
I think Cheers gets overlooked a lot now because like it's an older show. I'm sure like everyone knows of it. Cuz like it was long off the air. Right? When I was Did I watch it on TV? For real?
You would have been
Why we
close
watched
to
it.
the end.
We watched it. I remember like if it was syndicated or not like
We watched it in syndication on TV.
we watched it.
Because that was one of my favorite songs as a child was the Cheers theme song.
Absolutely. It's ingrained in my mind.
My mom had a karaoke machine. I forget how old I was. One of the songs on the karaoke machine
That one?
when she bought it was the Cheers theme song. What did I exclusively sing on that karaoke machine? The Cheers theme song.
What did I exclusively sing on ours? Bye bye love. Bye bye. We had like a oldies. Oh yeah, 1982 to 1993
Yeah.
to my birthday. The final episode aired on my birthday, 1993.
So the year I was
you were 2
born.
months old.
Cheers went off the air.
So I watched it for
And it's
well,
funny.
I mean obviously 86.
It's funny. We watched Cheers in syndication. I didn't watch Frasier until I was an adult.
So
And I had to seek out Frasier on my own.
we watched
Because I
Cheers.
joked. I enjoyed Frasier a lot. And I joked
I
of like...
love Frasier.
I joked. I put it on Facebook where I'm like... I didn't believe people when they told me I was pretentious. And then I started watching Frasier and I really like it. And I'm like, am I pretentious? Because I feel like the assumption when you watch Frasier and enjoy it is that you're very pretentious.
So I remember we watched Cheers, and then when Frasier started, no one watched it. And like, it was never a show where like you can't watch this. It was just not one that we watched.
Which is funny
And
because it was a hit show. Like it ran for a long time.
It was just no one in my house liked it, so we didn't watch it. I mean, we lived in a one TV household. Well,
and was
two
it-
TVs, but
Was it something that no one liked it? Or did you ever give it a chance?
I don't know.
Did you go into it like, I didn't care for the character of Frasier on Cheers?
I don't
why would I
know.
watch an entire show?
I was
about him?
too small to have any say in what we're watching.
Because I never thought of it in that context, but James Burrows said, like, the Frasier as a spin-off, you took the character of Frasier and made him Sam Malone. And you brought in...
So it did start right... It started in 93,
Yeah.
so it was like right after.
You brought in David Hyde Pierce to play Niles, who is Frasier. You just recreated Cheers in a different environment with different people and whatever, but like you
put
have Frasier in the Sam Malone role and you put Niles in the Frasier Crane role.
And then you have all those same, like, the dumb lovable one, the heartthrob lady, the heartthrob male. You have all those, like, typical cast. But and the other one we didn't watch was Seinfeld. And, like, I didn't watch Seinfeld till I was older.
I watched that in syndication. I do want to go back and watch it from the beginning.
I watched the final season on TV.
I didn't.
Because I watched Friends.
And I'm now torn because I've started watching, because I didn't watch Curb Your Enthusiasm.
I didn't either.
I've started it from the beginning. Absolutely hysterical.
It's one that I really need to sit down and get into.
It's...
Because you can't...
it's so
I can't just,
funny.
like, come in and out.
It's so funny. It is one of the funniest shows I've ever watched.
It's so dry.
And I'm on maybe season 2.
It's so dry that I need I need context from season 1.
My only worry... No, you don't.
But I need to know...
All the episodes are separate.
Yes, but I need to get.
Essentially, there's some.
I need to
overlap,
figure
but
out
not
who all the
enough.
people are because, like, I've seen you watching it.
Again, not really. They
Is it irrelevant? Like, you could
they're
figure it
they're all
out.
playing themselves. Just in like different, like Larry David is playing Larry David. Cheryl Hines is playing.
But she's married to
I don't know
Larry
if she's
David.
necessarily playing Cheryl Hines, but her name is Cheryl.
But
And
she's
she
married
is-
to Larry
yes,
David.
she is
right?
married- she's playing Larry David's
But she's
wife.
not married to Larry David.
And I don't think she's
She's
playing,
married to presidential candidate.
I don't think she's playing an actress either. So like her character is different, but Larry David is playing Larry David.
but that's-
legitimately. It's not just his name. He is playing
himself.
writer of Seinfeld, Larry
And
David.
I think that's why I need to watch, or at least
But
watch.
like Matthew Broderick is in it when they do, because there's the one season it's Mel Brooks offers Larry David the role in The Producers.
Ha!
So then Matthew Broderick is in it as Matthew Broderick. Ben Stiller is in it as Ben Stiller.
Yeah.
Mel Brooks is in it as Mel Brooks. Like there's people that are
Yeah.
doing guest spots.
I-
and Jeff Garlin is playing Larry's agent. So like there are people playing characters,
yeah.
but there's also the majority of the cast is people playing themselves.
And I think I would be able to figure that out better, like from season 1. It's
my issue when I watch it is like, because the whole point of the show, I think, is that Larry is an asshole.
But I don't think he really is.
No, he's not. But in the show,
He's that New York cynical.
Well, and in the show, he's the hero because it's his show.
Sure.
But he's written. It's weirdly written where like.
You're not supposed to like him, but you do.
No, I think you are. Like it's weirdly written where he gets put in confrontations with people, where like, I feel like in a normal circumstance, he would be looked at as the asshole, but by the end of it, you're like, fuck that guy or fuck that lady, like.
Right.
And then I watch it and I wonder, like, am I a huge asshole? Because if that was me in the situation, I would be in the
Right, I
Larry
would be
David
Larry
role.
David.
Like, one is him at a coffee shop. I forget what he's waiting for. And there's, like, a group of women ahead of him. And then one of their friends gets there. And she, like, goes up and talks to them. And then says something. And, like, you're now like hearing them kind of off camera and you're on Larry David and he's like, is she gonna try and cut the line? Like, is she seriously gonna try and cut in front of all these fucking people? And like you hear him kind of do the conundrum of like, do you say something? And then he does. And like the one, because it's two girls that come up, one of them goes to the back, the other one kind of stands there for a minute, and then like she's walking, so it's a roped off thing, and she's walking on the outside of the rope with them as they're moving forward. And then eventually, like as they're at the front, one of the girls in line is like, well, we're already at the front, so you might as well just come in. And like Larry pitches this big fit, like it's a whole thing, where I'm pretty sure they like, someone comes out and is like, we're done, everybody go home, because like he made such a fuss about it. And like you sit there and wonder kind of like, is he the bad guy in the situation? But then I'm like, no, she is.
Well, and I think the show is presenting it in that way, where like
Well, and the show is definitely presenting it in the way of like,
it's making you question that. They want
well,
you to.
I don't think it's even that. I think it's more the idea of like, this has happened to people in real life.
Yes.
And you've always wanted to be the person to say something, but you're not.
Right.
Larry David is.
Right. Oh,
In terms
right.
of the show.
Uh-huh.
There's also a fantastic episode where they do
He's fulfilling everyone's fantasies about
where they're
that.
talking about George Costanza on Seinfeld, and they're talking about like how horrible of a character George Costanza was. And the whole bit is that they're saying this to Larry David. And it might be
James Alexander.
Jason Alexander. I almost said his character name, and I'm like, fuck, that's not what his actual
George
name.
Costanza?
I'm like, that's not what his actual name is. I was trying to remember, like, what is his actual name?
I'm like, I know it's Alexander.
I'm pretty sure it's Jason Alexander saying this to Larry David. And the whole bit that gets resolved later in the show, that gets brought up, but they don't do it in that opening scene, is that George Costanza is Larry David.
Oh.
Like,
That makes
the character of George Costanza was written to be Larry David.
Right, like, did he write Seinfeld or
Yes.
did he produce? Okay,
He wrote
I
it.
didn't know what his role was.
I'm pretty sure he, like,
Oh, the whole thing.
Him and Jerry Seinfeld are like the two masterminds behind Seinfeld. And I think, if I remember correctly, I almost think that the idea was that he would have been George Costanza.
Oh.
Like, that's why the character is written, it's him.
But, like, age-wise, it probably didn't work.
I don't know the difference between him and what the age difference is.
I mean, he looks...
I think he's one of those guys who's always... Because that's what Larry David's always looked like to me.
Yeah, I think he looks like an old man.
He looks like Bernie Sanders.
So I think in terms of, like, fitting in, he would have felt more of the... What's the neighbor's name?
Kramer?
Like, he would have felt more like the Kramer role
Newman?
Newman. We have a Newman Lego.
It's chocolate, it's peppermint, it's delicious.
It's my favorite that we have a Newman Lego.
Yeah. Well, it's not Newman, it's
Newman.
What is his name? Ned Schneebly or something like that? No, that's Groundhog Day.
Newman.
It's not Newman.
His name is Newman.
It's Wayne Knight in Jurassic Park.
His name is Wayne Knight. That's his actual name.
Yes, that's what I said. It's Wayne Knight in Jurassic Park. It's not Newman from Seinfeld. That's not the Lego minifig we have.
No, but we have Newman. It's the same guy.
It's Wayne Knight. Whatever his character's name was in Jurassic Park.
I don't know.
And my favorite part about it is one side of his face is like a panicked look, and the other side of his face is a panicked look with black ink all over
Yeah.
it, because it's the spitting
And he
lizard
came with the Barbasol
scene.
can.
It's the spitting lizard scene from Jurassic Park.
And it's so sad because I can't show Tony that movie because it will probably give him nightmares for the rest of his life.
Oh, God.
Although, I probably wasn't much older than him when I saw it.
He watched part of it at my parents'
When
house.
did it come in? 93? It came out?
He watched part of it, yes, 1993.
I probably saw it.
He watched part of it at my parents' house. I think, did he see the
Well, I would
lawyer?
have been 7.
Did he see the lawyer get eaten?
Ooh.
I don't think he did. That's the scene he was watching, but I think he left. He may have left before it, like, fucks around with that Jeep, the T-Rex.
I don't know.
He definitely was not in the room for when the lawyer gets eaten.
I mean,
So he may have seen the kids getting fucked around in the Jeep.
It's not gory or anything.
No. He may have seen the kids getting fucked with in the Jeep.
I don't know because for him at his.
But then I think he would have seen. It's hard to remember. I think he saw the Jeep, and I think he saw them get out with the flares, and then I think whatever happened, whatever game they were playing, he like ran out of the room to go back and play hide and seek or whatever.
But like, so Twister is a no-go for him, but
which is so weird to
because
me.
Twister is real.
So is Jurassic Park.
It's not real.
It's real people though. That's his whole thing.
No, his whole thing is
movies,
his whole thing is, can this happen in real life? Because it was weather.
He doesn't know that dinosaurs can't happen in real life. He's 4 years old.
Yeah, but he knows that we don't have dinosaurs currently.
Yeah, here. The whole point of that movie is you're flying to an island theme park.
Yeah, but
So to him, that could actually exist.
but my question is, so Twister is a no-go because it's weather.
But when he also saw Twister, he was in that window of like, if it's animated, I'm fine with it. But if it's a real live-action movie, I can't handle it.
Maybe.
I'm not saying like, oh, let's put it on tomorrow. But like, he is now transitioned into like, can it happen in real life, live action or not? It bothers me. But when he first saw Twister, it was that window of time where it was like, as long as it's animated, I can handle whatever.
Right, I don't give a shit.
We can watch Big City Greens, where you very obviously watch Vasquez murder somebody. And I'm like, this was on the Disney Channel. What the fuck is this?
He doesn't care.
He
does
jumps
not
out of
care.
a bush and snaps that guy's neck. And I'm like, what's happening? You couldn't handle Twister, or you could handle straight up murder?
Yeah, well, but he also doesn't like thunderstorms. So I thought that was his issue with the Twister, because it was like, this is too real for me. I don't
Such
like.
a great movie.
I don't care for weather. I'm like, well, you're gonna have to get over it because this is a staple. We're watching Twister. This is
Should we go see Twisters in theater?
Great movie,
Sequel?
Probably.
I don't think it's going to be that good.
I think we've realized that I could see that, but I can't see any more dinosaur movies in theaters. I've embarrassed myself enough, and I'm
we
not
have
seeing.
to get tickets, and we have to talk to Jason, because
Well, I'll see Deadpool,
in 2 weeks Deadpool comes out.
but I'm not seeing A Quiet Place 3.
I'm torn on whether or not I want to see that or not in theaters.
I'll see it at home, but I don't want to pay for it.
But anyways, we were going to end on Judi Dench, and we went down this whole fucking rabbit hole.
Sorry, Judy.
Yeah. I was going to do something else to, like, flourish the end of this, but I don't remember what that was now because that was also thought of 4 tangents ago. But anyways, thank you for joining us once again.
Go make a candy salad.
Enjoy all the fucking cuts in this episode. Thank you for bearing with us through all the cuts of a terrifying fan that fell and me trying to log into TikTok and the video stopping twice. Well, I guess once, because the one is just like 3 seconds of nothing, so I won't even bother putting that in. But, yeah. So enjoy the weird, like, fade together sections of this
You should
episode.
leave in the horrified look when something falls.
Oh, it's definitely going to be... There's
Yeah,
definitely
but-
going to be a pocket. Because I didn't get up and, like, pause it until you're like, well, can you go downstairs and check?
Well, you can
And then I kind
cut
of sat
it.
here for a minute where I'm like,
No.
no, I'm clearly doing something. And
Well, first we need to.
I don't hear anybody screaming, so
We need
just
to
let it go.
We need to secure the perimeter before. I'm just gonna sit up here act like everything's normal.
Well, my other worry when I did go downstairs, the way, because like I said, it almost sounded like
It was just a thud.
in a different room, it sounded like a balloon popped. Like it had that, like it
Yeah.
had that sound. And then I wondered, so after I got over the fear of like an
Is it a
animal or
person?
a person, not really, the person was there, but like more an animal
Yeah.
in the basement. Once I got past that, when I opened the door and turned the light on, then my immediate thought was like, I don't know why it would have, but it also had a similar sound to like if a pipe were to burst
Oh,
with water in it. Mm-hmm. That kind of like
Yeah.
that kind of sound. And I thought like, oh my fucking
But-
god, if I walk down in this basement and there's a fucking pipe just like
In-
shooting water everywhere.
it sounded like it was like in this vicinity,
It sounded to me like it was upstairs.
which would make sense because where it fell was
Yeah,
literally right
directly
above
above
us. So, it
It sounded to me like either upstairs or in the basement.
yeah.
It did not sound like it was on this floor.
But then I was like, it could have been this street has a weird sound dynamic. You never know where the sounds are coming from.
But thank you for joining us. Follow us on social media. If you're listening to this, check out the YouTube channel. If you're watching this on YouTube, like and subscribe. Go subscribe to it on a podcast platform. You don't have to listen to them if you're watching them here, but subscribing helps. Rate and review, comment, do all that shit you're supposed to do with these things to help us out.
And make a candy salad. We should make one. We should make a candy salad.
Why?
Because it would be funny. We could just post it on TikTok just for the hell of it.
It's just the two of us, though.
I watched one where it was the same guy over and over.
That one's dumb.
But that's the whole... They're just mocking it.
We love you, and as always, thank you for being a friend. Good night.